Time for another episode of Council Bluffs Today. Hi, I am Todd Studer. New set, and we'll just use it every once in a while. Obviously, I've got a chair sitting right here where we can have guests come into the studio and we can learn a little bit more about them. By the way, I am always looking for news stories. So if you know of someone with an interesting story to tell, send me an email, toddstuder@gmail.com. You can leave a comment right here and encourage someone that if they should be on the show. We're here to tell stories of the community, and that is takes some cooperation. With as many shows as I produce every week, it's a lot of content and it's a lot of interviews. So I would encourage you to suggest someone, and we'll reach out to them and see if we can't put something together. Today, we are going to bring you a clip of a new podcast that is out there. And this is actually a relaunch of an old podcast called the LaunchCast. And this is from Advanced Southwest Iowa Corporation. And Connor Mowery, the manager of entrepreneurial development, contacted me and said, hey, we're thinking about bringing this back. What do you think? And I said, I think that's a great idea. So it is out there already. You can find it on YouTube, Spotify, and a lot of different platforms. So I would encourage you to be able to watch it. We're going to bring you a clip from an episode that is not quite out yet, but will be very, very soon. And Connor had Kelsey Stupfell from TS Bank on talking about RevPitch 2026, because applications are going to be opening very soon for for-profit businesses, small businesses. Sometimes it's just a concept, but you do need to have a business plan put together, and they're going to walk you through the application process of how to do that. But somebody could be walking away with a big pile of cash. And how this works is they are going to put 5 finalists out of all the applications on stage in front of a panel of judges, and including in front of a live studio audience. Well, a stage audience, I guess. We're not actually broadcasting that live yet. There's an idea. Maybe we should do that. But RevPitch is opening. I believe applications are opening up on the 15th of July. So we're going to learn more about that by bringing you a clip from the show. So let's go ahead and take you right into that. RevPitch 2026 is coming very soon. You're about to open up the application process, correct?
Mm-hmm. On July 15th, we're going to open the applications. It's a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday on July 15th. So let's circle back again, because, listen, we have new viewers coming onto the show all the time.
Yep.
And new businesses coming into the area all the time. A lot of small businesses that are out there. And this event is really geared toward some of those smaller entrepreneurs, isn't it?
Absolutely. This event really started with TS Bank. So I think Kelsey would probably give the history a little bit better than I could possibly. So what do you want to
if you're a Shark Tank fan, this event is for you. This is how it originally stemmed, was from our CEO, who just loved the show and was like, you think we could do this locally? Because we know there's so many stories in our own backyard that are happening that we really wanted to showcase on stage. And so, yes, Connor, to your point, we started in 2015, had a great couple of first years, and then we teamed up with you guys in 2020. And I feel like it's been even larger since then. Just the ripple effect of that has been so awesome. So similar to the show, if you have not been to the live event, we very much encourage you to come. It's on Thursday, November 5th this year from 4 to 7. And it'll be at Pace again if you've come before. So it's a really, really cool event. It's got a whole vibe. It's a thing. So you'll definitely want to be there. But the top 5 folks pitch on stage for a chance to the pot of money. So that pot of money will yet to be announced, but our goal is to always get around 20,000. So stay tuned on that. We're still collecting sponsorships, but it's a really great way to showcase local small business owners. If you are in the startup stage, or even if you have already, if you're a little bit past the startup stage and you're wanting to add a new line of business, our best example is maybe you were a coffee shop and now you're adding a deli to that line of business. So those are great ways to get started. And yeah, it's a cool Cool place to be.
A couple of things. First, the judges at RevPitch are a lot nicer than they are on Shark Tank.
That's true. That is
A
true.
lot
We
of
have a
times they have more hair too.
Well, yeah, sure. But I think because the judges at RevPitch are encouraging. It's like they want to see that person succeed that is standing there. And there's been times that I have watched one of the finalists give a pitch and it's like, oh, you could see that they were a little bit nervous. And then when the judges get involved and they start asking questions, they just settle right in.
Yep.
And that's when things really start to shine. And typically, I think everybody does a little bit better when it comes to the question and answer side, because now it's more spontaneous. You're out of your head.
Yep.
Because we can all get there.
Yep.
But in a case like this, and that I think is a testament to you guys always select great judges every year, that they also typically local business owners of themselves in some way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And we all want to see each other succeed.
Absolutely. Last year, and I know he's participated several years, but Jim Reif with the Nebraska Enterprise Fund, he is fantastic. The Nebraska Enterprise Fund is a great resource for people, just kind of like Advanced Southwest Iowa Corporation. They provide connections and business coaching and business plan advice, but also they fund businesses as well. And a lot of times they can help fund those businesses that maybe a bank wouldn't consider them to be totally viable, or maybe they're in just kind of an outside of the box business, which can very much succeed. We've seen it all over the place, all over again. But according to a bank, they might not be as fundable. And that's another good way that Rev comes into play too, that we can kind of help with some of those oddball things.
Good morning. Start with peace of mind. Miners Healthcare provides professional in-home support where it matters most, helping individuals maintain comfort, dignity, and independence in their daily lives. Their experienced nursing team focuses on personalized care, clear communication, and supporting families through every step of the process. It is healthcare built on trust, compassion, and real relationships. Learn more at minershealthcare.com. Technology should work for you, not against you. At ThinkSpace IT, they provide expert IT solutions to keep your business running smoothly and securely. From cybersecurity and cloud services to network management and tech support, they simplify IT so you can focus on what matters most. Stay protected, stay connected, stay ahead. Visit ThinkSpaceIT.com. As we are getting closer to opening up applications, who's eligible? It's where can they be? I mean, and what type of business can they be?
As long as they're not a nonprofit, so is there whatever their establishment, whether it's an LLC, sole proprietorship, so they just have to actually be a small business. Again, they can be in the startup phase or a little bit further down the line. We probably want them past the concept stage, but even if you're still in the concept stage, we actually still encourage you to apply because it might be just great to go through the whole process. I know, Connor, you worked with a lot of folks that are kind of in that time frame where you're like, well, this is like good for like me down the road, or I can when I bring more people down. So yeah, I would say it's really open. Our sweet spot is definitely Southwest Iowa, but it has branched out a little bit further to cover both Iowa and Nebraska. So,
well, we do want to encourage anyone to apply. And you mentioned about just being in the concept stage, even if you don't make it on stage as a finalist, because you got to take the top 5, and that's an independent panel, correct?
Yes.
That is going to select those. There is so much value to being a part of this event. Even if you're not getting to pitch at all, you get to come in and network with a lot of like-minded people. And that in itself, to me, is invaluable.
You go into a room with over 200 people who are invested in the community, invested in businesses, and are really invested in the people that are going to be on stage. You're going to want a chance to talk to these people because chances are they can help you sometime down the road, whether you know it or not now. So it is crucial to be there. It is crucial to mingle around, network. And if you get the opportunity, go up to the entrepreneurs and talk to them and find out their story. They're going to tell it on stage, but that little boost of confidence can really add something to them that they wouldn't have otherwise.
And that's the magic. That's what we talk about, like the whole vibe. I know that sounds very like cliche, but there is kind of like an energy that is like unlike any other signature event that we have in the area. And so it's kind of a standalone in like the best of ways, but it might be the best next introduction to someone or a future investor or future clients, a new project down the line. So yeah, you never know what those conversations will lead to for sure. So I'm glad you mentioned that.
When you circle back to 2015 and you think about when all of this started, was that on your radar? Did you know that this event was going to create that kind of energy? Because I can't imagine being able to anticipate that.
No, it's kind of like the chicken or the egg. You're like, well, we know we need this. And how do you help create the ecosystem? How do you support it? We love to support all small businesses. We like to say in the Midwest, if you have like a great school, you got a great community bank, you have a Casey's, or maybe Dollar General, you're on the map, right? But we need more small businesses on Main Street as well, or what the figurative Main Street, because we know that every small town is as strong as their small businesses. And this is like a great feeder for all of that.
I was just talking about that very thing on a show recently about back in the 80s and the 90s, when Walmart started going into any town that had more than 4,500 people, everyone was worried about those small businesses on main streets. And it did happen. A lot of businesses shut down on main streets because they were providing the products that now Walmart can just sell cheaper.
Right.
But we've seen a recovery. And we've seen a resurgence of businesses. You look at where we're sitting right now on the 100 block in Council Bluffs, and you look up and down, and you see restaurants and bars, but you also see businesses, and you see smaller shops, things that the big box stores can't do.
Amen.
That is what we are trying to grow and bring that back. And it has been, for me, very encouraging to watch, and to watch some of these, whether it be established entrepreneurs that have been around for a while, or I'm thinking about some of the shops in Avoca that are being run by people in their 20s.
Yeah.
And man, isn't that just cool to watch this world come back again?
And
there's a statistic I really like. It's for every dollar you spend at a local business, 60 some cents comes back into the local economy. But if you spend that same dollar at a big box store like a Walmart or a Walgreens, CVS, whatever, only 40 some of cents comes back, and it's in the lower 40s. So higher 60s, lower 40s. Whose pocket would you rather line? Would you rather line our neighbors, or would you rather line the CEOs? I'd rather give my money to the small businesses that are working hard.
I think that's also more people know that now.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
And that's why, because back then we didn't. And we want to be able to save money. And we're still, a lot of these shops, they're still fighting the Amazons of the world or whatever. So they have to provide something different. And getting some support from the community, and what Rev is support from an entire community. Yes, TS Bank got this started, but you made sure that the other businesses in these communities were on board with it and were a part of it. And the other businesses here in Council Bluffs and the surrounding area see that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be contributing. They see the value, not just to them, but also to the community as a whole. That rising economy brings all of us up. And this is a huge part of it. And it has become that signature event that you talked about, Kelsey, that we all look forward to it. And it's been such a great asset to the area, for the entire area. Yeah, with a key on Southwest Iowa, but you're going to get folks coming across the river from it. You're going to get people from Central Iowa. You're going to get people even farther down. Technically, Corning is in Southwest Iowa, but they're on the other end of Southwest Iowa. So yes, it is benefiting so many people. And my guess is, because the vet from Corning last year that won, I would be willing to wager, even if they hadn't won, they would have been still talking about how great it was and how much value there was to it. Because I know some of the other finalists have already done that.
Adon from Recevos who was one of our pitchers last year. I just spoke with him at EntreFest in Iowa City, and he told me it was one of the best experiences he had ever had, and the connections he made out of it and the personal growth, and it was incredible for him. He said it was a good stepping stone to get into other pitch competitions as well. And from there, you can really build that repertoire. So I mean, the proof is in the pudding. It's working.
And I think you've mentioned this too before, Todd, is like there's a really great track record of the folks that either have pitched or been on stage where they're still in business, they're still thriving, or they've started off a new spin-off business, or they've helped someone else. So that's like really encouraging as this thing has grown and there's more community partners involved. I mean, yeah, this thing has just become probably better than we could ever expected. So it's.
Well, what would you say to somebody, and either one of you can answer this, to the person that says, I'm too nervous. I can't stand up on stage. I don't talk well. How could I possibly do that? Why would I want to go embarrass myself? What would you say to that person?
You can't see the people in the audience. It's dark.
That's a good point.
Because the people are there to support you and not judge you, it's a different audience vibe. It's not like you're going before a panel of... You're not going on Shark Tank, man. You're coming to a local Council Bluffs, your home, your community, to see your community partners. No reason to be nervous at all.
It's not a gauntlet, it's a bridge. And I think that's like, the vibe. Oh, I like that you...
That was good. I love it. Really good.
And I think that's, I love that, because when they look out there, it's not their competitors, it's their supporters, it's their clients, it's the next person that they want to serve a coffee to, or their next meal to, or their next product to. And I just think that that's kind of the special sauce with that too.
Don't forget, you can watch LaunchCast, powered by Advanced Southwest Iowa Corporation, on your favorite podcast platform. Let's take another break, and we'll come back to wrap things up right after this. Please stick with us and pay attention to what is going on with the sponsors in town, because these are folks that have decided they want to support local media, and we need local media here in town. So tell them thank you for everything that it is that they do. And just a short little 1-minute break, and we'll be right back after this. Are you looking for something to do close to home? Go Local Iowa brings Southwest Iowa events together in one place, from live music and fundraisers to festivals, family activities, and community celebrations. It's also a place to discover local businesses and support the people who keep our communities moving. Before you make your weekend plans, check golocaliowa.org. Go Local Iowa. Find what's happening right here at home. Council Bluffs Today brought to you by GLI Insurance Group. Summer in Southwest Iowa means road trips, backyard projects, storms, lake weekends, and a whole lot more time on the go. Before the season gets too busy, make sure your insurance is ready for it. GLI Insurance Group can help you review your home, auto, business, farm, and life insurance so you know what is covered before you need it. Local people, local service, and coverage built around your life. Contact GLI Insurance Group today and head into summer with a little more peace of mind. So as I said in the beginning of the show, if you know someone that should be sitting in this chair right here and we can tell their story or help them tell their own story, then please reach out to me, send me an email, leave a comment right here where you are watching this show. Don't forget our hometown sponsors, including Therapy Place. Thank you very much, folks, for your support of local media. And I would always looking for more sponsors as well. Just saying, we could use a little more support on here too to help bring these stories to Council Bluffs and the surrounding area. Well, once again, new set, and we'll be making some changes to it as it goes along, and maybe sometime I'll tell you about some of the different things that are in the background. And everything here has a story to tell, and this is all things from my own private collection. So that's actually a pretty good idea. I think maybe we'll do a show about that, and we'll talk about some of the different things that we have in the studios, and I'll give you the backstory behind those. All right, that's going to wrap up today's show. Thank you so much for being a part of it. My name is Todd Studer. We'll see you next time.